You know,
yeah.
I think this is why we have a lot of trouble in government. If the kind of arguments and the advice the government is having and communication that the government is having is this nature, Gabriel says there are no two governments.
Correct.
Okay? But again, he says, you don't blame government for the abductions, blame the police. You know, he's talking like police is a government of another country, or is a body that is formed by some opposition or some people somewhere else. Are you getting? Are you getting? It's like Gabriel doesn't understand that even though police is independent, quote unquote, I don't know when it actually became independent, if the police was independent, is it not part of government? And when you claim and accept, and I like at least the two of them, and that's why I'm asking them whether they are listening to themselves talking and whether they are actually understanding what they are saying. Because they're basically saying, yes, we accept we have a problem, we accept abductions are going on, we accept the police is at fault, and all that they have accepted. But they have forgotten that the police are government. Government has police as the only force that should use coercion and maintain rule of law. And of course, the instruments of force by the government are exercised by the police, which is part of government. Why do we elect a president? Why do we elect a government? Why is it that the IG has to be nominated or appointed by the president after through the vetting? It's because at the end of the day, the IG or the person who is accountable for how government runs is the president, is a government. So you cannot be the deputy government spokesman, and when you are speaking, you accept liability for police, but refuse to accept liability for government. You know, what we are saying is this. We do not want all these explanations. The president said, while in I think in Homa Bay, he said clearly that hiyo mmesema ya watoto kutekwa nyara, hiyo nao tutaacha. Yeah? Itasimama. That's what he said. Lakini pia ninataka kuwaelezea that go and talk to your children. Yeah? Wapate nidhamu. Good. So, can the president then make sure the abductions stop?
Okay.
You see?
Yes, Eric.
But two, you are asking us to teach our children discipline. Yeah. But give them an opportunity to live so that we can teach them discipline. Okay. Don't kill them.
Yes, Eric.
I wanted to say this, that
if these are kind of the advices the people in government are giving to each other, then something must be wrong and we are going to face the consequences. That's for a reality. People are being abducted day and night, but some politicians are very quick to come on pulpit and stages, in fact in front of the president, saying that abduction is not happening. Just lying that abduction is not happening. We just wonder, who are the people who voted this politician in? Who is these people? Who is being represented by these people? Just imagine. Yaani mtu tunaona Atwoli pala anasema watu wanajificha. Kimani Ichung'wah anasema watu wanajificha. Wengine hapa wanakuja kwa TV wanasema watu wanajificha. Just imagine. Here is an ordeal of what happened to some of the people who are abducted.
Baada ya madakika chumba yangu ikafunguliwa, ikamulikwa torch, ule askari akakuja akafungua pingu na akaanza kunipiga makofi, akaniambia mnaachiliwa na ile joto mmeleta Kenya ni joto kubwa sana, so tunaomba msijaribu kwenda kwa any media kwenda kuelezea jinsi mahali mmekuwa na kudescribe ile torture mmepitia, tutawarudia atuwaue. Na wakachukua sellotape wakanifunga round na wakafunga mikono zangu, so wakafungua mlango kama kuna ka corridor, akanisimamisha, nikasikia akiambia Longton, naambia ndugu yako muone asiai jaribu kwenda kwa maandamano wala asiaonekana frontliner.
When we were released, actually we were thrown somewhere near Gashie, the last point of Kitisiru. There's a river. From Kitisiru you are coming to somewhere close to Bishop's Road. There's an estate there. When we were thrown there, we were told to sit down. We were masked, but with sellotapes, and all our hands with sellotapes so that we can just remove and proceed. So we handed back our phones and some 300 shillings for transport. So once they told us, kindly don't open the masks or the sellotapes until you hear the sound of the vehicle has gone. So we actually did that. When we opened ourselves, our phones were 0%, so they could not light up because I wanted to know where I was. We did not know where we were at that point, but we could see an estate some distance or along Bishop's Road. I told my brother, let's go to that estate. If you can get watchmans, we charge our phones. So once we reached that estate, we narrated our ordeal to the watchmen. And they told us, you guys, you've been in the media for the longest time. We charged our phones. I called my brother, Abdul Longton. They told him, now we've been thrown somewhere in Gashia. Come pick us. They started coming from Kitengela. And I also called some human rights bodies, told them we've been released. They came to our rescue. They took us to a safe house. They took us for medical attention. So we stayed in Nairobi for about 3 weeks at their own cost, the human rights organizations. Then we were brought back to Kitengela. I lost 16 kgs within a month.